And just like that, it is Wednesday again. Please pay no attention to any noises in the background. I don't know if you can hear them, but my roommates are boisterously playing poker in the next room, so j'excuse. The topic last week was hormone replacement therapy, HRT. So to sort of contrast, compare, and just give equal time, screen time, if you will, to both options, this week's topic is natural transitioning. That is to say, the transition that one undertakes without the aid of any kind of drugs or etc. I personally don't have an opinion as to which one is quote unquote better. I don't really think that you can say whether one is better than the other. They're just different, and they're two options, and they're both wonderful options. There are some people who would say, well, why wouldn't you want hormone replacement therapy? Well, there are some people that, for medical reasons, can't. There are people who are in homes that won't allow them to do that for whatever reason. And there are people who just don't like the idea of taking drugs like that. Um, and for the people who fall into these or any other category, there's natural transitioning. And natural transitioning has a lot to do with working out. I know a lot of people who definitely do that, and working out in a way that is going to lead to their body naturally, emphasis on naturally, um, becoming more masculine looking. That is to say, working out especially arms, working out the chest to make the breasts smaller and gain muscle and bulk a bit, and working out the stomach to try to lose the, well, of course, to work out the muscles in your abs, and also to try to change the body shape to be less feminine and be more masculine. Masculine, feminine. And there's also people who use voice lowering exercises. Um, that one, I've had I've heard mixed things about it. I've heard that it does work if you do it properly, but there have been people who've really damaged their vocal cords doing it. So, mm, be careful. With any of these things, you have to be responsible, and you have to be careful, and you have to do your research. So just keep that in mind. Um, Natural transitioning, there are also products that go along with that. I'm not familiar with the products. I should be familiar. This should be a wake-up call that I should read into them a bit more, but for the most part, the most people that I know who do naturally transition or who are in the process of naturally transitioning, it requires a lot of attention to detail, really. How you're working out, how often you're working out, what you're eating. It's kind of like the athletes that you see. I mean, and a lot of people who do this are in fact athletes, but who are specifically targeting parts of their body, who are eating all the pasta and bulking and all this other things. So essentially, in a nutshell, that is what natural transitioning is. Were I to pursue a transition in the physical sense, would go this route. Um, Although I do support the use of hormone replacement therapy, I personally would not ever pursue that. Um, I just don't like putting unnatural agents in my body, and therefore I wouldn't do it. But I don't have any problem with people who do. Of course, I've said this, and I think they're a really great agent, and they work really, really well. But I would pursue natural transitioning. And when I say that, I would definitely go the workout route, and target the arm muscles and all these other things. But I don't think that I would purposely try to bulk up or change my diet or anything like that. I think I would just make exercise of certain types a part of my daily regimen. I do work out regularly. Um, my arms and my stomach is what I target, usually the ab area. Which, people would say, well, you're not really trying. And I'd say, no, I'm not really trying to do anything. I'm far too lazy. But that being said, sometimes I look in the mirror and I look at my guns and I think, that ain't too shabby. So really for me it's more a journey of being satisfied with how I look, regardless of whether it's masculine or feminine looking. I think that that construct is a smidge absurd. Obviously I understand why things are labeled masculine and feminine. We live in a world where we like to categorize things for simplicity's sake. So I'm not saying that there's no such thing, that I don't understand and grasp the concept of what is masculine looking and what is feminine looking, but to me it's more about your own personal aesthetic. And for me, my ideal aesthetic, regardless of whether or not I can achieve it, has always been to just be healthy and to look the best that my body is capable of looking through hard work and determination and all that stuff that I lack sometimes. Well, you know. So that's my personal thoughts on natural transitioning. And until I see you guys next week, which I'm gonna warn you is gonna be a smidge more of a touchy subject. We're gonna be talking about something that's very near and dear to anybody who's been in this position. So stay tuned for that. Look out for the videos from the other guys on the channel, and until I see you guys next Wednesday, stay happy, stay safe, and take care. Peace out.